listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and man, today, just like the other day, we have another show. Man, we have another returning guest, James Norkawich, and man, he has another update for us. It's like he has many updates this year, but it's like bigger every time. We last spoke with him talking about his Christmas album that came out back in October. First and foremost, James, how are you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? It's a pleasure to be here. And first and foremost, a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season to you and yours, and to all your listeners. As we last spoke, Christmas Magic was released on October 29th. And as of today, it has reached the 7 million in terms of streams across Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Pandora, iHeart, iTunes, and anywhere you get your music and stream your music, you'll be able to get the album Christmas Magic. And I guess what's even crazier is the fact that a lot of people on social media, Instagram, TikTok, have also gone ahead and made reels to all the songs off this Christmas album. And it's been surreal, everywhere from Tokyo to the Philippines to Mexico to Paris to Milan to, you name it. It's actually in 125 countries as we speak. And thanks to you and thanks to your listeners, spreading the word and listening to the music, we've really gotten everything out there, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Man, that's awesome. That there's gonna be like a nice testimonial for the show, because I was just talking to someone earlier this week, because everyone all of a sudden has been asking me, how do I get these, massive interviews, and I really don't know. I just one day started doing something because, number one, my mom gets all the credit. She's my biggest supporter and pushed me to do stuff like this. And two, one of our founding sponsors from the day one, Rico Rodriguez, former boxer from Philadelphia, came to San Antonio, opened his barbershop. He said, man, if you start a podcast, I'll let you do it in my store, in my barbershop store, and I'll buy the food for breakfast for all your guests. And at first I was like, we really do that? I was like, wow. He's like, man, you got the voice. I said, well, I heard that many times, so maybe that's a sign. I'll just do it. Man, we went from barbershop clippers in the background to, people like yourself and, massive celebrities. And it's crazy. And people have to know that story, because everything that's massive, it started with something simple. It started with an idea. And what made it magical is the person behind that idea. So I'm sure your Christmas album, Christmas Magic, it went viral because the small details inside that album that made it to what it is right now.
And like you said, if you believe in something and you work hard and you just go after anything that you want to do, and you put your faith and you put your labor into it, it resonates for, totally across everything that you do. And again, from me to you personally, I can't thank you enough for spreading the word out there. And I truly know that people, when they tune into your podcast and become fans of the podcast, that they're listening to what's going on. They're seeing the trends. They're hearing the people that are making difference. And we're all trying to do our thing, and we're all trying to work our what we've been given as a blessing. And I don't take 100% and saying, listen, it takes a village to do everything. And again, when you put that hard work in and you have that faith, it's testimony right there is just, it happens. And I hope this album is something that lasts for many, many years to come, and people, stream it, download it, make it part of your Christmas celebration, your Christmas holiday. Whether you're opening presents or you're doing something or you're shopping, just take a listen to it, give it a shot, and I think it'll grow on you, and I think it'll be something even special, because when you look at the past Christmas albums I've done, everything just ties together and it just fits the right mood.
There's a excuse me. I was going to say Christmas is coming up very fast on us. We're 5 days out now. It's the 20th today. I mean, this is coming out the same day, because we had to be light and fast on this show. What will you say is your favorite song on the album, just in case someone still has time to make that Christmas real right before Christmas or on Christmas Day?
I mean, of course, for me, It's a Magic Day. It's a happy Christmas song that just gets you up and going, and it really moves you. But if if traditional Christmas music is kind of more your thing, "O Come All Ye Faithful," and the traditional. What Child Is This? That's also on the album, which is an instrumental. So that may be something for your Christmas Eve as you're having family over. But then, now I'm getting picky of the ones I like. I mean, I love every single song on the album, but to your point, It's a Magic Day. And then, I would have to go Kissing Underneath the Mistletoe. It's a nice, fun, whimsical thing. It's a tradition that we all have. And if you've never kissed anyone underneath the mistletoe, you have to Google that, look that up, and I'm sure it's a nice, fun, whimsical song. And again, it's totally surreal. But I'm very humbled and very happy to be sharing this news with you and your audience.
Everyone's I can't say everyone, because, nowadays you have to do disclaimers throughout our shows, but most people are in the spirit of Christmas right now. And whether it's Christmas for you, holidays, however you want to celebrate it, that's up to you. But talk about, where we have some time, what for you makes Christmas special, and what do you think people should remember this time of the year when it comes to seeing families get together, and not just seeing the gifts, but also understanding that it's bigger than the gifts we see under the tree. It's really about being able to see each other this time of the year and appreciate what we have. How you define it for yourself and your family?
I mean, I think you said it. I mean, this time of year, you remember your, people in your family who are no longer with us. You remember those Christmas memories growing up, what it was like when you were a kid and you had all that innocence and, and anticipating Christmas Day. But it's about spending the time with families, and outside of eating and laughing, it's sharing those memories and celebrating Christmas for what the meaning of Christmas really is. Because if, at least in my home, we always know the reason for the season, and that that also emulates from the music that I put out too. We're so very fortunate, we're so very blessed, and you take a look at where a lot of countries and a lot of people are going through or celebrating Christmas in such turbulent times. And, it's a time to reflect and also, it's also a time of giving thanks and being appreciative for what you have and for the people that are around you, and, making most of each and every moment and showing how much you loved each and every person in your life.
You're aging when sometimes you just pick up a book rather than watching TV. I was literally doing that earlier this week. And I feel like sometimes you get a good book and you just have soft music in the background. It just works, man. I mean, maybe that's just me getting older, but I feel like sometimes just taking that time to just relax, however you do your hobbies or whatever, reading, whatever. It's important this time of the year, too, to wind down, get ready for the new year, get ready for the hustle and bustle for, everyone says new year, new me, but it's a good time of the year to really just take that time, give yourself a little bit of that rest, but also do something that you appreciate. Don't just give yourself away to everybody at every given time. You have to have those little moments of relaxing, because that's going to build you up for the new year.
And, you know, what you just said is so true. It's that when you can sit back and sit by, you know, some of those YouTube fireplaces and, you know, just sit and read, you need to be refocused as we go into 2024, and to get a new clear head and new clear mind to say, you know, what are we going to do different next year, and what are our goals, and what are our dreams, and what are we going to populate next year that we didn't get a chance to do this year, or, you know, what things that are unfinished. It could be a project, it could be a book, it could be, you know, listening to a new artist, it could be, you know, redecorating your home, whatever it is. It gives us a chance to slow down and have a self-awareness check and say, you know, this is what we need to be refocused, and how we can get back on track and enjoy and start the new year off the right way. Yesterday,
I released a episode with a music producer, songwriter, artist, Nishma Osman. And man, she has an amazing resume, over 200 plus placements, TV, film. I'm like, wow. Like, she inspired me just listening to her. When it comes to placements and syncs and all that, is that something that you've been interested in and doing with, I mean, maybe one of your hit albums, the Christmas Magic album, maybe take some of those songs and see if one of them can get a placement somewhere? Is that something that kind of pick your brain a little bit?
Most definitely, because, you know, I really want to share everything with everybody. I mean, you know, music is one of those, and art and literature are one of those things that we need to share with each other, and we need to cross platforms, and whether it's TV, whether it's movies, you know, a lot of what I've done, I hope one day you know, for example, Netflix and Amazon has had some things in the talks, and, you know, it's just being at the right place, the right time, the right situation. You know, once all that comes together, then, you know, I think I can only speak for me. If they look at my battery of music and the things that I've done over the last 2 years, at least that I've put out, anywhere from Christmas to contemporary jazz to, you know, you name it, I really feel that they'll be able to look at something and go, yeah, that's exactly what I need. That's going to be a game changer in this piece that I'm putting together. And if it's something else they're looking for, well, and I'd love to have that discussion, because it's something I'm more than happy to write for and do something. I mean, I take all challenges up front, and, you know, the key to success is always working hard, never giving up, and taking one day at a time.
The reason why I ask, because it's like, man, one thing you're doing is like every time you come back on the show, you have like another big thing that just happened. And I feel like our listeners going to be like, all right, when's James coming back on? So when you do some more stuff in 2024, I guess you just going to have to shoot me another email and say, hey, I need to get back on, man. And one thing I will say for our audience is, man, you are very, like, focused individual. Like, just a quick story for y'all in the holiday spirit real quick. James shooting me emails and like, hey, man, let's get back on. I'm like, oh, shoot, he got another thing going? So what I'm trying to say is, if there's more people like you that was hungry, you know, you're eager to not just be on the show, just to basically be like, hey, Shemaiah, you know, I got a ribbon for this, you know? It's like you always have something massive. And it's like, wow, like we just literally had you on not too long ago, but you have something massive that's going on. If people were hungry like you, just in any field of their career, like, that's what makes stories powerful. It's because the person that is doing these things, they make it exciting.
You just got to want it, man. You know, you just really, really just not want to give up. And I don't know. Maybe it's as you get older, you go, well, I wish I could have done this in my 20s and 30s, but technology and things like that, weren't around at that particular time. And now we have all this at our disposal. There's no excuse not to challenge yourself each and every day and say, something, today I'm going to try to do this. Today, my goal is to do this. I'm going to keep on pushing forward. And the people such as yourself, people that that I've worked with, numerous times, you remember them and you bring them along in your journey because they're part of your journey. And when you're able to take them with you, I like to feel that, everything comes full circle. So.
Well, I will say, I Am Refocused Radio family will definitely never forget James Norkawich, and we'll have to hold you to it, man. You do some more big things in 2024. We're going to have to have you on. I think it's now going to be a tradition now. You're going to have to have an update multiple times, a year for us.
I appreciate it.
Well, once again, how can people stay in touch, and where can they find, what all places can they go find your Christmas Magic album?
Again, you can find me social network-wise, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, most importantly, Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music, Tidal, iHeart, iTunes, Pandora. I mean, you go on any of the streaming sites, you'll be able to customize your own playlist. You'll be able, you can even, I just recently found out that it's also on Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat a lot. But you go on Snapchat, you can use any of the song clips in your reels. So if you recording your Christmas and you're posting it, you can go ahead, put my name in, and you're able to make my Christmas song be part of your Christmas reel video. If you're putting something together on YouTube, that'll work as well. And then you can also go to my website, www.jamesanorkawich.com, and you can just drop me an email, drop me a question if you want to put something in a video. Be more than happy to oblige.
Once again, we're talking to James Norkawich. You can, like I said, get his Christmas Magic album. It's available anywhere. Like you just said, TikTok is where it's at. So y'all need to get ready. I know y'all cooking good food, especially here in Texas. Y'all got some really nice food down here. Make a reel with that good food. It will really go viral. So let's go ahead and make that happen one more time. Once again, James, thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.